Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is part third video in System Center Data Protection Manager 2019 tutorial, which is known as SCDPM also. So in first part we have done the installation for Data Protection Manager 2019. In the second video we have um, configured the deployed the agent on one of the Hyper-V host, and we have configured the backup and created the protection group to take the virtual machine of the which is running on a Hyper-V host. So now in this video we are going to see how to restore Hyper-V virtual machine by using System Center Data Protection Manager. So basically you can restore the Hyper-V virtual machine on your uh, on the same host. You can say this from where the virtual machine is getting backup, and also you can restore the virtual machine on any other host. So in this video we are going to basically do two restore. First restore is going to be on a same Hyper-V host, and second restore is going to be on different Hyper-V host, or you can say any additional Hyper-V host. So let's get started. So I'm using 4 virtual machines in this demo. So first virtual machine is going to be my Active Directory and DNS server. So if I go here, you can see this is my Active Directory and DNS server Win2K19 DC01. This is my Active Directory and DNS server. And the second server is SCDPM 2019 server, which is Win2K19 DPM, and this is all installed configured DPM. So if you want to see how to install and configure DPM, you can go and watch the part 1 video of this series, of this playlist. Basically you can see how to install and configure the DPM. So you can see here, this is Win2K19 DPM01, and I have a DPM console and DPM server installed on this machine. So if I show you just quickly, so here you can see I have installed the SQL server on this machine itself and Microsoft System Center Data Protection Manager. So everything installed evaluation mode. So if you want to do it, practice the DPM server, you can practice it at your home without buying, like you can just go to Microsoft website and you can download the DPM evaluation version. So now if I go here, protection, you can see I have one protected group here, protection group here, which is Win2K19 HV01, and this protection group called backup. So I'm backing host component and one virtual machine by using this protection group. So now, and the next machine is, we have two Hyper-V hosts, Win2K19 HV01 and HV02. So both you can see here. So this is my HV01, so where the virtual machine is running, and this machine is currently being protected by my this protection group. So, and I have one additional Hyper-V host in this environment where I am going to restore this virtual machine VM01 from HV1 to HV02. So let's start. So the first restore I'm going to do restore on the same on the same host, which is HV01. So if I go on recovery, you will see here, if I click on all protection group, and might be sometime it's going to be you will see only your domain name, then you need to expand and go to the required protection group. So if you see here, all protected Hyper-V data, you can see here, and we go, if you click on this machine, you will see the host configuration and this virtual machine. So if you click on this virtual machine from here, then you will only see the VHDX file to restore, and if you click on recover, it will give you the option to restore this particular VHDX file, not full virtual machine. If I click next, you can see copy to network folder, and you put the destination path and it will restore. But if you want to restore virtual machine, you need to click here, and then you need to select your virtual machine and recover. Also you can see all the recovery point. If you go here and show recovery point, it will give you all the recovery point listed here. So I have only one recovery point here, so I'm just going to select this and recover. So last modified, you can see here. So I'm going to recover it. Also you can see how many recovery point you have, what is the size, and where the recovery point adjust may be in local disk, tape library, or Azure disk. So you can see everything. So go ahead and click on recover. So this will launch recovery for the complete virtual machine. So you can see recovery item is this, and recovery from disk, and you can see the recovery point. So once this wizard is open, you make sure you validated these information and these information is correct, because if you are recovering virtual machine in production environment, the recovery point is going to be a critical thing. So click next, and now you can see recover to original instance, which is going to be a this virtual machine on Win2K Win2K19 HV01. So let's recover on this machine on the original host first, which is HV02, and later on we are going to restore this on HV02 also. So if I select this and click next, and you will see it will ask you to modify the bandwidth. If you want to set some like throttling for the bandwidth, you can do that also. So since this is a demo, I can go ahead and click next. But if you are doing this in production, make sure you are doing in, if your machine is very high, having a high storage on storage, maybe a SQL server or any other database server which you want to restore, and having like multiple disk attached and the size of disk is very big, then you can make sure like you can specify the speed here. You can also specify duration and everything as per your requirement. So go ahead, click next, and now you can see what this is going to be a restore. So now we go ahead and click on recover. So now this recovery will start, and this recovery basically is going to override this virtual machine which was existing on that Hyper-V host. So now you can see the virtual machine is automatically shut down by the DPM. So task is being done by the DPM agent which was available. Now you can see the VM has been deleted, and now soon this will start the transfer for the data. You can see we don't have now virtual machine here, so it's going to take some time to copy the virtual machine entire data like disk and configuration from DPM database backup database to the Hyper-V host. So I'm going to pause the recording here. Once the recovery is done, also you can validate the uh, data is coming or not to the Hyper-V host by using the task manager. So if I open the task manager, you can see actually the data is coming. So same you can validate on your DPM server also. So you can see here it's sending some data. You can see here data is being sent from the DPM server. You can see this data is going there. So now it will take some time to copy the data, since this is lab. On my machine is only around 9 gigs. So you can see also data transferred, how much data is already transferred. You can see that. So it's going to take some time to transfer the data. So I'm going to pause the recording, and once this transfer is complete, I'm going to resume from there. Now you can see the recovery status is successfully completed, and data transfer is also you can see there how much data is transferred, and you can see the start and end time. So now we can go ahead and close this, and now if you go on monitor, also you can see the information like recovery task is succeeded. So this is good. Now if I go to H1, you can see here the virtual machine is recovered, and if I go ahead and start this virtual machine, you can see this virtual machine is recovered and it's booting without any issue. So this is how you can recover the virtual machine on the same Hyper-V host. But what else, like if this Hyper-V host went down, like I'm going to show you now. So let's assume this Hyper-V host is down now, and you want to recover this virtual machine on any other host which you have just created and install the Windows. For example, you just install the Windows Server 2019 and you have done install the Hyper-V role on that machine, and you want to now restore your virtual machine on that Hyper-V host. So for that, the first thing you need to go to the management, and you need to add that Hyper-V host in this protection in the DPM. So I'm going to add that. So Windows Server, click next, and then install agent, click next, and then you select the Hyper-V host which you want to add. So I'm going to add HV02, just click next and provide your administrative rights account which having local administrator rights on that particular server. So click next now and just click on install, and now this will install the DPM agent on that machine. So you must require a DPM agent to perform any recovery or any other task on the Hyper-V host. So now it will install the DPM server, DPM agent soon. So you can see the agent coordinator is now available on this machine. So this is good. So this is going to take some time. 98% completed. So now you can see the machine has been added to DPM and it's showing in unprotected. So that's fine, you don't need to protect anything right now. So go to recovery now and just click on this virtual machine which you want to recover. So I want to recover this virtual machine and show the recovery point. If you have a multiple recovery point which you want to recover, so I am having only one recovery point, so click on recover, and now you can see all the information like size, virtual machine name and recovery source. You can see everything. So go ahead and click next, and now recover virtual machine on to any host. Any host means you can recover to any other Hyper-V host. So click next, and now you need to provide the that Hyper-V host, and I'm going to give the C drive recovery. Click OK, and now you can see here space required this much, around 10 gig, and space available 42 gig. So that's fine. Go ahead and click next, and you can see we have selected now HV02, and now you can specify a network bandwidth and all other details. So click next, and now you can see what we are going to recover and what is the recovery point and recovery media. So click on recover now. So now you will see this recovery is going to start soon, and you can see the data traffic also here. It's now it's DPM server is sending data to the HV02, and if you go to HV02 you can see the agent is installed now. So this is good thing, we got the DPM agent and we got the recovery started also. So you can see we don't have any virtual machine now. So soon the virtual machine is automatically going to be created, and we will see once the restore is completed. So you can see traffic is still sending. So basically you can see now the data is coming. You can see here on a Ethernet the data is coming. You can see receive is going to some high bandwidth utilization. So this is good. So just allow some time to restore to completed. You can see around 4 gig data has been transmitted now, and the soon virtual machine will be recovered on H2. So I'm going to pause the recording. Once the data transfer is finished we will resume back. Now you can see almost data transfer is stopped, and we can see also recovery status is successful. All the data has been transferred. So now to just verify, if you want to verify, go on monitoring and you can verify the recovery status. So everything good. And now if I go to H2 you can see here the virtual machine has been restored. So I'm just going to connect and power on to verify everything is good with this virtual machine post recovery on the different Hyper-V host. So now you can see it's booting, and I'm going to just log in and verify things. So I can log in with my domain account and just let's ping the server. So I can see it's working fine, the virtual machine having no issue in booting and all. So you can see I can ping the domain. So this is good. So this is how you can basically restore your Hyper-V virtual machine by using System Center Data Protection Manager on a same Hyper-V host, or if you require you can restore on any other different Hyper-V host also. And next videos we are going to take the backup and restore for the virtual machine on a Hyper-V cluster, VMware ESXi host, VMware vCenter server. So stay tuned. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post to my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.